Well, here I am filming a video about my depression. My name is Anastasia, and I used to be very light, very funny, but now it's different. And it's all because I've been diagnosed with depression, 59 out of 63 by a special scale of depression by Beck. I'm on antidepressants now, already 7 or 8 months. Oh no, almost 1 year actually. And now I'm perfect. Like, I feel really good, but I'm still not that person. Like, I have an image in my head. And now I'm on the way to become a very different person. And I would like to document it, to share my mental health tips, how to deal with this world. Because when you want to achieve that much as I want, it's very hard for your mental system, and it's broke me. And I used to work in crypto more than 6 years. I earned like some money, and I lost almost everything during this depression year part of my career. I'm not talking only about wealth. This video is about which first signs and now I remember as a signs of depression. I'm gonna tell this by months, and I'm going to start with February 2022, month when war starts between Russia and Ukraine, and I'm Russian. I don't know what's exactly broken back then, but I started to cry more and more regularly. And I remember the day I've been in Dubai and everything was perfect, but eventually I'm going to my boyfriend and I started to cry, just cry. And he asked me, what's happened? Like, what? And I'm like, I just don't know, I feel bad. And since that day, everything became worse and worse till the very low point, which you're gonna know in the end of this video. It started maybe like one big cry in 2 weeks, but then in March, it's become already cry every week. Even in love situations, in romantic situations, I'm not this person, I never cry, I never used to cry. But it started to become like regularly for me. I started to take very long walks alone, so I can cry sometimes somewhere. And now I think about, and I didn't even go to doctor, to even to friends. I tell nothing. And I definitely felt already in that month, that in March, that something broke inside. It's not that feeling dead inside, which you may think it is. It's gonna happen later, but it felt something wrong. And I wasn't really focused back then on this inner state. I've been trying to fix everything in my little world around me, and everything became worse and worse and worse. So then April, I flew from Dubai to Europe for crypto conferences alone, because my boyfriend haven't gotten a Schengen visa, and I've been alone for like 3 weeks. And I think during that stage already, like, I now remember that I wasn't so happy at events. I wasn't as active as sales. It was already hard for me to take a decision. So yeah, and since April and even now, I feel struggles with taking decision. And these insecurities about yourself, that constant feelings, like any decision you're going to take is wrong. And anyway, you're going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. Then we went to Burning Man, the African version of Burning Man. It was the worst. My become like really bad one. In my, I started to feel myself worse and worse and worse. I started to cry even more, like few times per week, and my boyfriend been very good in supporting me. He did everything for preparation for Burning Man. You know, it's a huge list. And I started to cry in supermarket just because, like, it's too much preparation. It's not even maybe worth to go to Burning Man. It was best week at the event. Burning Man was great. And after that, we went to, I don't know, maybe 5 more countries. We are digital nomads. In June, I started to feel I'm not creative as I used to be, and at the same time, I hired my new CMO for my startup, and we started to grow super quickly. And it's been collaboration with bloggers, it's been new sales. I knew I need to take some serious decisions. I need to be creative. I need to understand what we're going to do with new people in our team, and it was team about 15 persons back then, and it's content creation. It's me saying things in public, and it was very good. But I felt like I can't do this anymore. And then July, we made the first big event of our school. It's been 1 year of our anniversary. I felt so empty. I wasn't really happy about this. I got like 20 buckets, flowers, way more bigger than that, and I didn't felt it's very good. I felt it's okay. I felt it's okay, but it was awesome. Now I look at this picture and oh my god, it was all mine. It was all mine. Perfect people been working for me, and another group of people, and all these people, like these 200 people, been paying me, and they make a video about me, and they say me big thanks to, like, how I changed their life and blah blah blah. But I felt so empty, and this emptiness leading you to sitting and doing nothing. And it's been days I can sit and do nothing. Even I knew people waiting for a meeting with me. My team started to wait me like hour, so I attend to the meeting. And of course it leads you to bad business decisions. So August, I've decided to take a trip with my boyfriend to USA, so we can like spend time in USA to see fun stuff and to spend more time with his friends. And now again, it was so good, but I cried almost every week at night, and since August all the symptoms become very worse. So, and here's stuff about my panic attacks. In August it happens. I remember in New York I couldn't sleep more than a few hours, and I can't say nothing about that even for myself. I started to lose weight. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I ate, of course. I ate normal food, and but all the physical needs you have starting to disappear, and all the bad stuff you experience, especially inside of you, started to feel so bright, started to appear so bright, and every little detail in your life, which maybe not so perfect, I started to read it all by myself. And I pushed myself to do a sport, and that led me to lose like 10 kilos during the August-September. And I remember I started to have this bad type of emptiness in my head. It's not that type of emptiness you have or you're trying to build during your yoga session or meditation sessions. Bad type of emptiness, like you are nothing, you have nothing, relationship are nothing, and this nothing started to grow. And I mentioned earlier that you have to find the balance, and you're finding the wrong balance. You have to be really care about your level of energy, your level of emptiness with closest people you have, and you should be less care about things outside of your control, like traffic, taxes, situations in your country, or stuff in your family and stuff like this, because you actually can't do nothing with it, okay? But back then I remember I've been concentrating on my emptiness inside and all the bad stuff in my life, and that's and it started to grow like dramatically. And then what's happened? So September become like day by day worse and worse and worse. The big thing I remember is I wasn't able to relax at all, like at all. No meditations, no massage, and also watching my aura ring, and I used to have like 96% of good sleep every night. But even now I have these numbers very low. We came back to Russia after this trip to USA, and my boyfriend left the country, and I stay alone. And those 2 weeks been the most terrible weeks of my life. I lost 5 more kilos. I've been trying to fix my business. I've been paying to people for work they haven't done. I haven't been able to manage myself, not talking about other people on my team. And I laid off almost everyone. And I remember the day, 29th of September, I've been alone in apartments, and I've been just sitting, laying, walking. And before my boyfriend left, I make a scene about something very bad, very bad. And I walked down the very dark roads. I've been walking hours and hours around the city alone. It's safe in Moscow, but anyway, I've been so lost. I've been so lost. And even I looked like this, it was terrible state. It's a very terrible state. And in this day, 29th of September, I couldn't find a place for myself in apartment. I started to feel like you can breathe, but you breathe as you have a long good run. And I took a tachometer to see what's about my blood pressure and what's my BPM. And I had BPM around 120, just in rest, and very low blood pressure, like 70 or like 70 to 40, like extreme low. And you know what I've got? I went to face massage to see if I'm able to relax. And I'm going back to home. BPM like 130. Started to feel panic, and I called 911. So it was the first part. See you next video.